No, not for the career I chose. No, not at all.
Oh.
In my current the way that I got my current job was because of money, yes. But choosing my career, no. It was because I was passionate about what I did and I liked it.
So it's not. So money ain't it all for you.
Mm-mm.
So you could take a $20,000-$30,000 pay cut and be good.
I wouldn't know. I can't afford to.
No, you can. You can just downsize your whole life.
Can't afford to.
No, you can afford to. You want to see what you can afford? Watch God.
Can't afford to do that.
So if somebody so you couldn't, if you had to do it all over again, would you do it different? Like your college experience?
Yeah, but choose a different major.
Would you still have went to college because you wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese and work?
I don't know because I think I could have benefited from a leap year.
Gap year? Is it gap year or leap year?
Gap year.
That was wild, a leap year.
A gap year or like an internship before college. I think then I probably still would have gone, but I may have chosen a different major or approached things a little differently. Because like I don't think I actually needed my master's. I got my master's because I finally figured out what I wanted to do, and I didn't have the knowledge to get a job in that.
So you think your life is boring?
I wouldn't say my life is boring. I think my job is boring. And I don't have...
But your life is lit? You think your life is lit?
I think my life is average.
Scale of 1 to 10, what's your lit scale? How lit are you?
6.
Oh, okay.
6 or 7. Because like, I'm not going to discredit the fact that I do travel regularly. Like, everyone doesn't have the privilege of doing that, so I'm not going to discount that.
So what's your passion?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Is that scary to you?
That I don't know?
It's scary to me if I don't know. I know what it is now, but...
the only reason why it's not scary is because I think it's a lot of people speak about that being a norm for women. Because like I said, like a lot of people, they be like, oh, get to a job where you can chill so then you can focus on raising kids and having a happy home and blah, blah, and all that.
That was never my trajectory.
But for women, that's what like a lot of people focus on. Like I have had supervisors like they like, oh, I came to this company because I wanted something more chill because I just wanted to be able to focus more on my kids and in like their life. And stuff. I get that. But so they aren't seeking any passion because that's just their focus of their lives. And so that's why people like stay where you at because you might regret trying to chase a more passionate career, a more challenging career.
Really?
They tell me like I might regret that once I start having kids and want a calmer life because raising kids is a lot of work.
Raising kids is a lot of it's work.
Right.
I won't say a lot of work. I think we give kids we kind of shit on kids when we say shit like that.
Oh no, I don't think so.
You don't think we shit on kids?
By saying it's a lot of work? No. I think it is a lot of work because we want to be better than our parents were. Not talking down on our parents, but I think it's a lot of effort that we're trying to put into it. We're having kids later. Yeah. So I'm that's why I say it's a lot of work. Like it's a privilege that they're receiving parenthood from people that want to do more and want to do better. So I don't think it's a bad thing to say it's a lot of work. Because like, I know what kind of parent I want to be. I want to take them on a walk every day.
Every day?
I do.
All right, what else?
Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen because I don't have kids yet, so I don't know how I'm going to feel. But like that's why I'm saying it is going to be a lot of work.
I don't talk about people's experience, but it is you won't get burnt. I don't think you get burnt out, but I think a lot of things you think that are feasible aren't as feasible once you get into it because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's tedious. And
that's why people are like, if you go for a more challenging career, you may regret it because then it's going to be a lot to balance.
But is that with the connotation that they feel like women supposed to do most of the work with the kids?
Yeah, probably.
And that's the bullshit. Huh? Yeah. No Mel today. No Maul. Just Syd. Say something. You gotta say something on the track. Hey.
Something on the track.
Yeah. Syd, get hype. Yeah. We back. Uncensored views, bastards. That was a little too tough. It's a train. It's a chain. It's a chain. Yeah. The edit it?
No, are you going to add a verse?
Oh, no.
It sounded like you was about to start.
Hold on, let me get something else real quick. Here we go. We got another one. This is the hottest one. Right here. Ski Wee. All right. Yeah, we here. I got the bust down on. Bust down. Cost about 100 bricks. You don't do.
You gonna go see her? You want to see her at a festival?
When I did that, you didn't really make.
You gonna go see her at a festival, and you gonna do that? I can't wait to see.
Oh, yeah. All right, we is back. What's good? We back. Another episode of Unsolicited Views. It's Jon and SYD.
Yo.
That's it. Yo, my name is Mel. I can't be there today. I'm putting oil on my beard. Yo.
Buy beard opulence.
Place it right here. Anyway, we back. Another episode of Unsolicited Views. This is Jon and SYD today. Melvin couldn't be here. Ooh, I called him Whole Melvin.
Whole Melvin.
Mel couldn't be here today.
Whole Melvin.
He had, let's make up a lie. Melvin had an engagement in another state. He had to go do some secret stuff for the government. And he gotta, that was a good lie.
Yep. Great.
He has to go do Obama's taxes. How you feel about Obama's cook just disappeared?
His cook got killed, you mean?
Yeah. No, he disappeared. That's what that is.
You think?
Come on.
He turned into a...
he did something.
He became a secret spy.
Yeah. How you feel about the letter Obama wrote about him having tingly feelings? Did you read it?
I read part of it, but I don't feel nothing about it. I think more men should be able to explore their sexuality in the comfort of their privacy.
Keep saying that progressive shit, and I believe it. It's just that the world ain't caught up with you.
Hopefully we get there one day.
Yeah, the world
and
definitely.
You can all have tingly feelings.
Yeah, I want to open up the podcast, but I want to get your thoughts on this. This is a clip that's pretty redundant, but I never heard. I want to know what your opinion on this clip is. Let's play it.
If I love you, I can't lie to you.
Of course you can lie to me, and you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. What Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course you'll lie to me, because I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat you the way I treat him.
You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell. Because I love you, I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. Is that too much of the black woman to ask of the black man?
I'll stop there. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
You heard this before. Famous clip. The one thing I thought I wanted to talk to you for a second about is the last thing she said about love. Did you hear it? I'm going to make sure I rewind it.
Come on, when I catch hell, because I love you, I get least of you.
That's what I wanted to talk about for a second to open up the pod. Mm-hmm. Because you love me, I get the least of you. React. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Are you dying over there?
Just a little. I'm good.
I see. Okay. I think the people that you love, you treat the shittiest.
Okay.
And I think it's subconscious in terms of, I don't think you treat them the shittiest because you dislike them. Mm-hmm. I think vicariously the people closest to you get the wrath. I don't think they get the best of you all the time. Yeah. And it's a very conscious thing I try to do. My wife is try to give her the best of me. Don't give my job or anything else the best of me. Try to give my lady the best of me. But I think we give the people closest to us the worst of us.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think it's more so because when we get home, we want to kind of take the cares of the world off of us and share what happened on your day and be able to vent. And venting is not always pretty. So I think it's because home should be a safe space is the reason why they may not always see you at your best, but it should be okay.
I think, it's funny because I learned that home is a safe place, but home don't mean there's absence of work. And when I say work, I mean, it's shit to be done here. It's like,
absolutely,
you don't just come here and just don't give any effort. And I think a lot of times as men, we feel like home is supposed to be our effortless place. Whereas actually the place where you probably supposed to put the most effort.
Yeah, because if you wanted effortless, you should have stayed single.
Oh, that's how you feel?
Yeah, because then, when you live by yourself, you could treat it however you want to treat it.
Oh, so if you want to do the thing again.
No.
Nah, you was on it.
Like, no. But yeah, if you most people like you realize like their bachelor pads don't require a lot of
some
effort.
Selfish shit.
Yeah, because it's like it's just you. You don't have to worry about other people.
Bachelor pads are selfish.
But then when you live with a partner, potentially children, or honestly anyone else, work is by default involved. Even when you live with a roommate, you got to delegate work. Yeah. Because it's not just you that gets to choose how things look or where things go. Like
being with a woman, I don't want to get canceled like Fresh and Fit because they canceled.
I know. Wow.
Yeah. It took a while. I thought it would be easier.
I thought they would get canceled because some of the bullshit that they say.
Straight bullshit. But
not because of their lousy tactics.
You got a lot of neck rolling moments today. But I really feel as though a man's role is to lead and serve. I know that might be controversial, but I think as a man, you're supposed to be a leader. And if you're the leader, you have to be the servant. I think to be in charge of something is to be the greatest leader, not the greatest sit back and get served.
Right.
So like in any organization, anything in life, like if you feel as though you're in charge of it, you have to give the most.
Yeah.
You don't actually sit back and receive. And I think that's the misconception. Like in relationships, you feel as though, okay, I'm here, I can just chill. Like you said, sometimes a woman be like, she the planner, she does all of the logistics, but that's technically the case. Mm-hmm. They deserve that reprieve just like you did. They should get the reprieve just like you should. So it should be reciprocal. But anyway, I just want to start with that. I want to kind of get your opinion on that.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though are you deeply in love?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Like the submarine that I lost, that blew up imploded. That's how deep in love you is.
Yep. Deeper. Damn. I'm deep as the Titanic, cause they ain't even get down there.
Oh, they. Oh.
Not alive.
Okay. That's some deep love. What was the age you first fell in love? What was the first person you fell in love with? You got his name?
I don't remember anyone.
Was it after 20? Before 20? High school?
So okay, before I answer this, I think the caveat is every time you love, you realize the love you had before wasn't actually love.
Damn.
But the first time I claimed to love, I was.
Hold on. So let's unpack that a little bit. So the first time you loved, you feel as though it was infatuation.
Probably.
You weren't in love. What age was you the first time you felt like you loved somebody?
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first time I thought I loved somebody was about 15, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't even know.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh,
I strike that.
Earlier.
I thought I loved my girlfriend in 7th grade.
How cute.
Because I used to go to the bus and give her a hug and kiss.
Oh, you was kissing?
And I was kissing early.
Oh, wow.
I was a kissing ass nigga. I was on first base forever. That's first base? Is kissing first base?
I thought so.
All right. But I was kissing. Because I got a Walmart. Yeah, look, what's the basis? Because I got her a Walmart watch.
Is kissing.
I was surprised it didn't turn her arm green. I'm glad it did.
Yes, kissing is first base.
Kissing is first base?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's probably the first time I thought I was in love because I used to walk into a bus every day.
Oh,
what was yours?
17. 17?
That's you're a late lover.
Hey, that was my first relationship.
Your first relationship ever?
Yes.
You ain't had no little church relationships? Nobody touch your butt on the playground?
I was a fat black girl. No, they was not touching me.
Well, I don't like how to distinguish what you talk to you about yourself, but it's all right.
But to be truthful, did I have crushes on kids? Yes.
My girlfriend in middle school.
That was always the reaction, not that one, because back then, everybody, I won't say boys, everybody was fat phobic. So I think that's the hard thing about being young and fat is that, especially if you do not have the strongest self-esteem, you latch onto the first person that likes you back.
Okay.
And you think that you may never get to experience this again. Like all of my friends that are fat felt that way, and sometimes still feel that way.
So you feel as though, so you feel as though this is like my window or my chance because of your size growing up, you felt as though that was your chance.
Mm-hmm. Somebody finally liked me. This is it. Lock it in.
Damn, I feel for you. I don't like that for you.
I mean, that's why I genuinely feel like we just have to make sure that kids really have strong self-esteem, regardless of how they look. they deserve
I got you.
to know that they are worthy and that they probably gonna grow into their body differently.
For sure.
Like, because I think you compare your bodies at that young age, and it's like you don't even know what you working with because you're not grown yet, and you didn't fully grow into your body. Your head might be too big for your body. Like
my head was definitely too big for my body.
See,
I think I just grew into my body in my late 20s.
Yeah, so that's why I just want kids to have strong self-esteem and not let perceptions of the world impact how they relate to others. I feel very strongly about that.
That is deep. I mean, it's funny because my 7th grade girlfriend, before the one that came on this podcast, that was my 8th grade girlfriend. Mm-hmm. But she was a BBW. Mm-hmm. She was tall and she was
taller than you?
Yeah, she was taller than me. I'm not that tall though.
Well, no. Usually girls hit their height faster than boys. Like y'all still be growing in college, honestly.
Yeah, because like NBA players be growing in the NBA 25 and shit.
By then we're done. We ain't getting taller. So a lot of us, we hit our maximum height sooner. So girls will be taller than guys, and then the guys will just shoot up out of nowhere.
How did you feel about it? So you didn't get your height. You okay with that?
I did get my height.
It never really happened for you.
I hit my max height in 7th grade.
7th grade? That sucks.
Probably
I think I hit my max
7th, 8th, something like
10th, 11th. I was trying to find a picture of my 7th grade girlfriend. So you can see it. But you saw the one that came to the pod years ago.
Yeah.
And then 15, 16, I think I was Sherelle, and I think I loved her.
So do you
at that time?
Do you think the love changed, like for the 7th grade one, 8th grade? Do you think the love was the same?
No. I don't even think the love I had for my wife originally when I first met her is the same love I have for her now.
Absolutely.
I don't even think
you watched her had a child. Like, come on.
Dog, I'm indebted. I actually am. If I leave, I'm the stupid one now because she hasn't had my seed. Like it's a different love you have somebody else say, "Hey, your baby."
Yeah.
Because what's the song? Now you're having my baby, and you mean the world to me. You ain't not gonna sing like that.
Nope, I did not.
You sing something?
No, I'm
okay.
I can't sing.
But no, I like that.
But there was a
self-esteem was a bitch. I hate the fact that kids have to fight with that.
I know.
I hate that.
It really.
I struggle with my self-esteem because I had a chocolate chip on my nose. I ain't like her. She said, "What's up, chocolate chip?" And she came to me like, "The fuck." I ain't say that in my head. I'm saying that.
Yeah. And
I was just like, damn. But she played with me in front of a group of people. And at the time, I wasn't who I am now. Like I got that bust down on now. You feel me? But she played with me. I never forget how she played with me.
Yeah.
So if I ever see, I ain't gonna do nothing. But I thought it was just crazy how she played with me, and then everybody started calling me that. So
dang. Yeah,
it was rough. And then
I hope karma got her.
And then see in 7th grade, another thing in Spanish class, I remember this. I ain't gonna say his name, but this boy, I was sitting in a chair.
Why you not gonna say his name? But you said that.
Nah, his name was. Nah, I ain't gonna say his name. But anyway, I'm gonna bleep out her name. His name was. We was in Spanish class, and I guess I was sitting in his seat, so he flipped me out of the chair onto the ground, and I was just like, damn. That's the one I tucked the knife in.
And what changed your mind?
Nothing. The only thing that changed it is, but what happened was my dad prayed that morning, and these kids just they never messed with me again. Like they never talked to me again.
Oh, that's good.
It was wild. Like God is real. That's when I knew God was real.
He's like, oh, he actually protected me.
Nah, he protected me because I just knew I was gonna lose it all because I was really sad at middle school, like suicidal sad. Like 7th grade was really rough.
And that's why I'm like, I think sometimes we have to really let kids know the power of their words early. Because sometimes when the kids do have strong self-esteem, they then jump on those that don't, and they bully them. And it's like, this can go wrong real quick.
But I get vindication now. I've seen these people now in life. It feels great. I'm like,
you're like, well, you fell off.
Damn, look at you. You're not even cool no more. Like all the cool kids. None of the cool kids in high school, middle school, high school are cool anymore.
Oh, no, they hit their peak.
They hit their peak. That was their peak. You peaked too early. I'd rather peak in my 30s and 40s.
I think I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna peak in 40.
I think you don't think you peak. You don't think you're cool?
I hope not.
You don't think you're cool?
No.
You got it. All right, cool. COOL. CO?
No, I'm not cool. I'm regular.
You don't want to be basic.
I think I am.
Damn. You think you're basic?
Yeah.
You can't think you're basic.
Why not?
So you don't think you don't give, pardon my French, you don't give bad bitch energy? You ain't a bad?
No, not at all.
You don't think you're a bad bitch?
No.
Say that.
No.
Say bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
No. Bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
No. Bad bitch. You got to do shoulder to shoulder.
What?
Like, bad bitch.
I'm not a bad bitch. I'm sorry.
I tried to make you one just now. You don't have to have a bust down on the lace front. You can just be, because it can be energy.
I know, yeah, bad bitch energy.
But you don't got it.
No, not at all.
You just got. You telling me you have basic?
I'm a basic bitch.
But you can't be my friend if you are.
Sorry, too late.
See, I just found out today, so they can't hold it.
That's not true. You been knew I was basic. Please.
Why would you say that about yourself? I don't like people say stuff like that. Because to me, I don't.
Everybody can't be a bad bitch.
They can't, but I think you should have a fire in yourself that, like, I'm the shit. Say I'm the shit.
I'm the shit.
You sound like you got a shit. You don't sound like you are the shit.
I think it's okay to, like, know you're not
a bad
bitch.
I don't think so. You think Melvin think he a bad bitch?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I guess we got to be bad. Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's interesting. I always think that conversation's interesting. But next random topic. So these are random topics at the top of the pod, and then I got something deep and provocative to get into. We did find out that Kiki is back with the baby daddy. It was all bullshit.
It wasn't all bullshit.
I think the internet just internet.
The internet, right? Because she didn't say that was her main thing. She don't bring stuff to the internet. She doesn't want to. Nor should she. So she kept everything to herself. And then, like, a couple of weeks ago, it was some website or magazine that said that her baby daddy had said that he had moved on. And he even tweeted, I have not talked to any publications, whatever they're saying. I don't know where they got it from. Like, they took everything off the internet after that moment. So she probably went home, argued with him, had some hard discussions, and now they're on the mend.
I think it behooves him to shut up anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Kiki bad, and Kiki grew up.
And he's on her payroll. Like, of course.
Why you say that?
He is. Before he met her, he was a trainer, like, working out. But then she has a whole network. He be an actor on her show, so she pays him.
Oh, damn. You know all the tea.
So I'm like, it actually does behoove him to get it together and shut his mouth.
Kiki's glow up is like no other.
And that's why she posted her booty for her 30th birthday.
No, sure, she should. Especially
that was her way of addressing it. Like, I'm going to post
Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
But it was funny because the tattoo underneath her cheek is his birthday.
When y'all
and you know what? He probably loved that when she got it. She's been had that. And he probably loved it. But she like, and I'ma still show my ass.
And she love him. I think she love him.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think at the end of the day.
Well, no, that was the wild thing. 2 days before this whole thing happened, she was tweeting, I might regret this later, but I love my man. Like, she was gushing over how much she loved
You got to find somebody
and then he won't go act up.
He didn't act up. She did. I'm sorry. She induced that shit.
By doing what?
Syd.
What did she do?
Syd.
What did she do? Usher sang to her like he sang to everybody else.
She did the most, yo.
She did the least, honestly. She could have done so much more.
Let me find the footage, yo.
She sang with him. He put his arm around her back.
She was a little too thirsty for the she was a little let's look.
You haven't seen Thirsty. There have been videos of people grabbed up with Usher while he's singing to them because he just grabbed random people in the audience and they be on his face screaming. That's Thirsty.
That's the part right there.
What?
You when you with a man,
and
if a woman she locking around that man's neck.
She put one arm.
I ain't even tripping about the dress. Is this? That's a bit much. Nah, that's a lot.
No, it's not.
She all in the face. Red, and also red lipstick? Come on, you already know the energy when you got red lipstick on. Stop playing.
She probably sent him pics before she left the house.
Stop playing.
You know she had on
the dress was not crazy. I mean,
but he tweeted that the dress was crazy.
It's poking. It's cool. Dang.
That's what he tweeted, that the dress was crazy.
That turnaround, wow.
You didn't see that before?
I did. You see it every time. It's different. But you just gotta be a secure nigga when your lady that fine.
My thing is,
your woman's that
if
fine,
Janet Jackson brought you up on the stage to give you a lap dance,
it's different. That's different. It was the neck hanging on my neck. You ain't hanging on Janet's neck. You couldn't even touch her. Now, if Janet did that to me, I would still be up there, but I ain't going. I'm a chill. But anyway, you already know. But for the record, everybody out there that's listening, also Mitch McConnell had a glitch again. Unfortunately, I think it's actually a seizure.
No, yeah, I think he definitely does need to seek medical help, but this proves why he needs to retire. Like,
it proves why we need to cap all the politicians at 60. He gotta go. I think 70.
And like they asking him if he gonna run in 2026. He can't even run now. Like, what you talking about?
No pun intended.
Right, like no.
Most of them can't run though.
No, so
Donnie look crazy too though. Biden look crazy, but the same token is I'm scared to put it in the hands of young people.
I know.
It's worse.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, Obama was young for his time, and he did relatively well. So
he ain't play with them Russians. He was talking about how he said, "Man, Barry didn't play with these Russians like Biden did. Barry, he killed everybody while he was in office. He ain't played that shit. He was nice, shaking people's hands, but he was the blicky was blicky, in every country that blicky was going nuts. That defense budget was nuts."
And
we don't endorse violence here on Sister Abuse. Before we get into the main topic again, another random topic is pillow talk. Do you expect everything that your spouse? Okay, so if you tell something to somebody, do you expect them to tell their spouse?
Pretty much, most of the time. Yeah.
So if I tell you something, I should consider your spouse knowing it too, or your partner, your girl, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or your guy.
Yeah.
And you vice versa. That should be common.
I feel like
knowledge.
that's normal. Yeah.
Why do people?
Especially when y'all live together. It's like, again, that's your safe space. You go home and you talk about your day and the highlights of your day. If the highlight included what something I said, I expect it to be shared.
So you expect the things you tell, like even when you hit the pod, you expect like I'm going home to tell Sherelle.
Absolutely. Especially after some of the wild pods, y'all definitely going home to talk about it. Because I'm doing it.
So have I said anything wild?
No, I'm just saying, like,
have I said anything wild, noteworthy?
If the conversation was good or some wild things came up, I am going home to tell him, just like I expect y'all to go home and tell y'all partner.
So people just got this thing in their myth in their mind where you can just tell your friend, and your friend has a significant other. That's significant. That friend, their spouse, is your friend just as much because they got all your business too.
Because it's just like, don't you go home and tell your partner about stuff that happened at work?
Sometimes I try not. I try to stay out of work.
But if it was something wild.
You do. If your boss wild and that's who you venting to, such and such.
So it's not much of a difference.
Have I said anything salacious that you be like, this nigga John? I'm not salacious. I don't really get the people going like you do.
I don't know. Elmo was a little wild. No, it was Elmo. It was Mickey Mouse. No, Minnie Mouse.
I think I cut that out the pot. So nobody knows about that.
That was like a little wild.
It's like it never happened. Y'all won't even have to get the footage because guess what? Y'all ain't gonna know a lot of shit.
Not you deleted it.
You ain't gonna know a lot of stuff. But yeah, pillow talk is always interesting because I think everybody pillow talks.
Now, do I think if like your friend tells you and asks you specifically not to share something, then sure.
No, just get over it. They're gonna tell their spouse. They have to. Okay. It's innate in what spouse and partners do.
I agree with that. But I would respect if someone be like, can you not tell anyone this? I would respect their wishes in that.
Interesting. So you're a secret keeper?
If they ask me to.
How many secrets do you have that you can go to the grave with?
Probably not many. I can't think of.
Do you have at least one that no one knows?
Probably.
Damn. I want to know what it is. It's a secret though.
Yeah, I don't. I probably have more that I'm just not.
I feel thinking, like I might have one.
Because especially if they're that deep of secrets, it's not going to be readily accessible in my mind.
That's actually how you become a good liar. You suppress them shits. Are you a good liar?
I don't think so.
I don't think I'm a good liar either. Yeah. What'd you eat for lunch? Lie.
Oh, a salad.
You lie.
I be eating salads like every day.
Okay.
I do. I eat a salad like pretty much every day.
Oh, I ain't doing that.
But the fact that I already told you what I had for lunch and you still just believe that, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I forgot what you had.
But most days I do eat a salad for lunch.
So who formulates your opinions? Another last unsolicited view. We're going to get into the topic. We're going to talk about some self.
I think it's a combination of me, my environment, and the people around me.
So what or who has had the most or biggest impact on your opinions?
Probably my parents.
Yeah, our parents do shape our opinions.
They give them to us at a young age that we probably don't even realize that they came from them.
Yeah, right. And then typically you have to outlive your parents' mind. Mm-hmm. So as you grow up, you're just literally unprogramming your mind to become yours, not just your parents' thoughts, views, and opinions.
Right.
And I think for a long time, a lot of times it's just your parents' opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel what opinions or strong point of views did your parents have that you don't have? I can speak first while you're thinking. Okay. I think I'm not as obedient, or I don't believe just obedience alone is like the end all be all. Mm-hmm. And my parents were very obedient people in terms of like going to church and very devout Christians and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't think being obedient without knowing the why is what I will ever do. I think I always want to know the why I'm doing something, why I'm obedient, or why I'm sticking to something. That's my thing. So what's yours?
That's fair. I think my parents' opinions have changed in a lot of ways since when I was young.
Do you think you've influenced your parents to change? I think I've influenced my parents to change their opinions.
Absolutely.
Because they feel like, dang, I ain't growing. Look at him.
Yeah, because I think me and my brother are both relatively progressive. So we challenge their opinions in a lot of ways.
I gotta say. What opinion?
So like, I think a lot of it is like based in Christianity.
You consider yourself a Christian?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. I'm still a Christian.
Yeah.
I ain't quit.
Like I'm trying to think of some of the things like,
how you?
I know like one of them was like with godparents. If you chose godparents, they had to be married. So like I remember,
it's not enough married people.
I know. So I know in like high school, I upset some of my friends because they was like, "Oh, so if we not married, then we can't be godparents to your children." And I was like very set on like, no, you can't be because they're godparents, so they have to.
So you said they have upset people because they said
because I got that opinion from my parents in my church. Then I held that opinion.
Oh, so you was going to the schoolhouse talking, spitting the gospel of your parents.
I sure was.
Saying, no, my parents said you ain't shit. And you like.
And my friends was like, dang, so if we not married, you just going to skip over all of us. Like, we can't be your children's godparents. You're going to search or try to, like, only choose your friends that are. And I say, yeah. I no longer had that opinion. And I don't think my parents.
Did you go to purity ceremony and stuff?
No.
I did that. Oh, it didn't last long.
Did they give you a ring and everything?
I had a ring. I did a whole.
You still have it?
No, I lost it. I had a whole. I had a whole ceremony on the beach and everything. It was serious.
Oh.
They're burning the candle.
So how long did that last?
Give myself away. I did.
How long did that last?
I think I was pure for like 6 months or 6 to 8.
6 months.
No, I think maybe 6 to 8. Yeah, 6 to 8.
That's funny. Like I know someone on Facebook right now. This is the equivalent of that. I know somebody on Facebook right now. They posted that they're 5 months sober. They're also 5 months pregnant, and I was like, "That's not the same."
Hey, you gotta get it. Why are you hating?
That's not the same.
That's hate. That's hate. You hating. If they're 5 months pregnant, they're 5 months sober. It don't matter how. Like God going to do it whatever way He needs to.
I'm only gonna count if they don't drink after that baby is born.
So how do you know that like that's not like God's way of saying, look, this is the only way
I'm gonna get them to sobriety? It could be, but I'm not counting right now.
You a hater?
Duh, you are sober. You pregnant.
Nah, they could be. They don't have to be.
I know.
They can
but
drink
it's
pregnant.
Like, duh, it's not the same.
Nah, they can drink pregnant.
Yeah.
Be careful.
But so yeah, I think it's different opinions like that are just like, oh, the man leads, or things that I grew up believing.
The man lead. You don't believe that?
I think it's more of a partnership than the church makes it seem like.
I
think a lot of couples in the church operate more like a partnership than they want to admit.
I think it's a partnership, but I also think if that door, somebody knocking that door, you want him to go answer it.
Isn't that more like protecting?
And what's that? Who protects you?
You think a leader protects?
Always.
I don't think so.
Your leader don't protect
Most
you?
leaders has army that protects.
But he funds them or commands them, so therefore he's protecting you.
Okay.
You don't think our leader, the president, he protects you? That's what the military is here for.
I don't know. He's not protecting me from these student loans right now.
No, you did that.
Me?
You did.
Or my parents.
You followed the American dream.
That was another thing. My parents put on me that I was supposed to go to college.
I think there's still something good to put on kids, but I wouldn't do it the way my parents or you. My parents didn't put it on me, but I don't think I would do it dogmatically. What about sex? What did your parents say about sex? What opinion do they have about sex?
They just told me to wait.
Like, they just told me I was going to go to hell.
I think it was like, just wait, don't do it. I think even like church members were like, even masturbation was wrong. Like all of those, it was just wrong.
Yeah, my parents didn't encourage masturbation at all. Did your parents?
No.
Did they find out? My mom walked in on me once.
Oh no.
It was wild.
I mean, I don't think they knew. But, so yeah, it was just like all of the typical traditional Christian values, and I think they've changed.
Hold on.
Some of their
boys kind of discover that, their self young. What age is for women?
I think it's around the same middle school.
So you wait till everybody go to sleep and then you flicking a bean.
Not necessarily.
Jacking a beanstalk. Out there going crazy.
Not necessarily.
What's necessarily then?
Just y'all humped beds in the middle of the day, so did we.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But when
dry humping stuff. Yeah.
It's like at school, you went in locker rooms, like guys, they walked around in their drawers. Girls walked around in their drawers in locker rooms too?
Not that I recall, but I was too busy trying to hide. I didn't want to be seen.
Oh, why?
Because I was fat. Like, that, I'm telling you, that influenced a lot of my behavior.
You don't think that's like mindset?
What do you mean?
The way you talk about yourself?
It was a low self-esteem. Yeah.
Not now, no. Your self-esteem high now.
High, yeah. It's mid.
7 out of 10.
6.
6.5. Okay. All right. We'll take it. You don't. So you in therapy? That's not something you secretly, actively trying to fix?
Yeah. But also, my gym, we didn't have showers, so it was like you went from clothes to clothes. So like you wasn't too naked or nothing most of the time in school. So.
I got it.
But yeah, I don't really remember people walking around in drawers. No. Mm-mm.
Interesting. So, what is self-growth? Main topic here. What is self-growth, and what is self-motivation? Are they the same? Self-growth, self-motivation.
I think they're two different things.
I think they're two different things. Well, we got to find something we disagree on. What do we disagree on? What? What's that mean? What is that supposed to mean?
Because I thought of something, but I don't want to say it.
Oh, say it. Say it. We here. There's nobody here. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
You just said trans women can't be pretty.
Whoa! She trying to get me canceled.
I told you I didn't want to say it.
Canceled. I did not say trans women can't be pretty.
What did you say?
I said I was watching Pose and I saw the one girl and I didn't know they was all trans on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, she's pretty. And I was like, oh.
And then you said, never mind.
I said, never mind in terms of like, I think what happens is with the LGBTQ plus community, I was taught so much dogmatic things about it. Mm-hmm. So I was just kind of like, I be taken aback. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to feel. Mm-hmm. So I just be like.
So you took back this thing that you said she was pretty.
I think it's easy for you to say. I need Mel for this topic because as a woman, you can say anybody's pretty. Y'all say Dirt's pretty. Y'all can, hey, you're so cute, girl. Ooh, you're so pretty. Look at you. Ooh, yeah, you're glowing. You doing it. Like, y'all say that shit all the time.
This is
I don't go
another
up to
thing
Mel
I had to
and say,
unlearn.
ooh, your beard's luscious. Like, I don't be like, man.
But you believe it.
Hold on. So you said in my head, I see Mel. Mel I was like, damn. Ooh.
That's a luscious beard.
Wow. What do you think of me?
You didn't deny it, but
I'm not saying I didn't deny it because I don't think I think about that.
Oh. But that's another thing I had to unlearn. Like at our church, remember it was I guess when gay marriage became legal, they had us sign a petition against it.
I signed that too.
I signed it the first time, even though I didn't really want to.
I feel bad now.
And so something went wrong with, like, they submitted it wrong or something, and they had to get everybody to sign it again. I went to the bathroom. Because, like, the second time around, I'm like, oh, okay, this is my chance to try to get out of it because I knew I didn't really want to do it. And so I went to the bathroom and, like, skipped that. But that's something I had to unlearn, too, because that was taught to me as wrong.
To hate gay people?
Sure. Yeah, that's how you want to frame it. Yeah. That was taught to me as a choice. It's a bad lifestyle. Like, all that was taught to me. And I believe the drastic opposite now. But that's what I grew up being taught.
Interesting. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And for the record, all you LGBTQAI plus women out there.
He believes you're pretty.
You ain't got no problem. You're pretty. God bless you. Did God bless you? Make it not genuine?
No, it's fine.
No. But yeah, self-growth. So self-growth, self-motivation. I think a lot of people are self-motivated. I think to grow, you must be self-motivated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's like to seek the things that you need to seek out to grow, like therapy, you have to, don't get me wrong, there couldn't be outside forces that get you there, but to do the work to grow, you have to be self-motivated to get there. Like, if you are not self-motivated to get there, you're never going to put in the amount of effort that it takes to grow.
So, I guess I can use your own shit against you because do you think you put in those same amount of work
sometimes
to grow? So, I don't like how you... So, why do you refer to yourself the same way if you are...
I think I've changed. I used to be way worse.
Used to be not as confident.
Yeah.
Do you seek a certain level of confidence?
One day.
I said, do you seek it?
Yeah, one day.
What are you doing to get there, though?
Therapy. I used to have a journal that was like a self-worth journal.
What made you stop?
Write in every day. I think I just fell off. Journaling is hard for me because you got to keep the routine.
You like working out?
That's because I think I'm fat. And so working out is a means to unbigging my back.
I don't understand the big and back thing. My wife told me.
Like a linebacker. So we going to the gym to unbig our back. But that's something else that, like, I'm even working on with my fitness journey because, like, I lost, like, 65 pounds in 6 months during the pandemic.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I realized that every time I lose a good amount of weight, I gain it back because the goal is always to be skinny and attractive. That's always the goal. As opposed
you want to be skinny?
It's not skinny, smaller. As opposed to the goal being a lifestyle change. If your goal is a lifestyle change, then it's easier to sustain and you're not driven by how you appear to others. You're more driven by your personal accomplishment.
So like looking at Instagram stuff, you do comparisons?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But so that's why, like, this time around, I'm actually not as strict as I was when I lost weight the first time. Like, I was only eating 1,200 calories every day, even on cheat days. I wasn't drinking, but that's partially, like, the pandemic shit. But, like, I worked out literally 7 days a week. Like, I was very, very strict. Now I'm, like, I want to have a healthy lifestyle where I still have fun. So, like, I work out during the week. If I sometimes I work out on the weekend, but if I don't, I don't. Like, it's not a big deal. I drink on the weekends. I sometimes eat whatever I want on the weekends. Like, or on vacation. I allow flexibility so that I'm not hindering my life, and it makes it easier for this to be a lifestyle.
But have you still yielded some good results, though?
Yeah. But it's because of the lifestyle change as opposed to me just wanting to reach this one goal to look a certain way. It's like unlearning fat phobia.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, did your parents, how'd they feel about your size growing up? They phobia'd you?
I think so, but I don't think it was intentionally because my parents grew up smaller people. They didn't gain weight till they were older. And so I think that having a fat kid, they just didn't know how to handle it. So, like, for example, I distinctly remember, I think for, like, my brother, if he got A's and B's on his report card, he would get $100. For me, because I was always a straight A student, it was if you lose 10 pounds, you get $100. So I was taught.
I liked your parents.
But I'm saying, like, they've unlearned that now. They didn't know how to...
So they was doing Biggest Loser for a child, Joe.
Pretty much. I did Atkins when I was in elementary school. I did Weight Watchers. I did all that stuff because they were trying to find solutions to get me to lose weight as opposed to...
I gotta close my mouth.
But that's why I'm saying I want to be different, regardless of what size my children are. But that's what I'm saying. So I was
that's really mean. I just think that's a mean thing. Atkins for a 10-year-old?
Yeah, but Atkins was big at our church. Everybody was doing Atkins, but
go play with me.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So like, I think there is a different way to go about teaching your children a healthy lifestyle. Like, yes, let's go to the park together. Like, let's do other things.
Did your parents play with you much as a child?
I don't think so.
Is it a thing that black parents don't play with their kids?
I think it's a little bit of like they work all day and when they get home they just want to
It's very important. I played with my son before I got here tonight. It's very important to play with your kids. Like, I didn't realize how much our parents didn't play with us until I'm playing with my son. I'm like, I don't remember my parents playing with me. Like, I was pushing him in his wagon. We was coloring with chalk.
Yeah.
We playing like outside. We running. He driving his Mercedes-Benz little motor car.
Yeah. And I actually asked my parents about this because like my father, he was like one of our T-ball team coaches at one point. He was the Boy Scouts leader, which I was an honorary Boy Scout. He was very much.
They have a whole sect for girls.
I was a Girl Scout too, but it wasn't hitting. I like doing all the camping and stuff, and the Boy Scouts did that. Plus, my dad was a troop leader, so it was like
your brother was a Boy Scout.
Mm-hmm. But my dad was a troop leader, so it was just like take the kids. So I would be there too. So they made me an honorary Boy Scout. But I realized I'm like all of that was when we were younger, and none of that continued. Like it stopped at a certain age. But they got more in depth in their careers, and they got busier, and they didn't have the time for that. And so I'm like, I understand their intentions, but I just think some of the things that like changed in our life based on their careers, and then some of the ways they tried to teach us healthy lifestyles had the opposite result. And so like I was always taught that you get rewarded based on your looks or based on you being able to lose weight.
But from your parents though?
They didn't know what they was doing. Like I understand they didn't know what they was doing, but I definitely think it did damage to me.
It's sad.
So, like, it was almost like, yeah, I was good in school, but that wasn't good enough. I had to, because I was fat, I had to try to work on that. So, yeah, that's what I was taught. And I'm still working on unlearning that, like I'm saying, in my fitness journey. Like, I'm still trying to work on not tying my worth to my appearance.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
I can't give you a hug. It's weird. But wow.
So what are you about to play?
Dang. I want to fight your parents a little bit.
Oh, my God. So what is the difference of self-growth and self-motivation for you?
I've been forced to self-grow. I don't think if I was in a relationship. I think relationships make you grow. You either grow.
That's why I said sometimes it is outside forces.
Yeah, if you grow or you're going to show.
Yeah.
You can be a grower and a shower. Wow.
Because I will say, I think so many men, like, they just be okay with where they are in life.
Status quo. Men can get really comfortable in the status quo. We can get comfortable with the groove. I think women, sometimes if it's not for them, we might not even know that we are slacking or just not really doing our thing.
Yeah.
And I think I can tell you, my wife has been a real instrumental part in that. I think as a man also, you just like, when you with your boys or you with other men, you don't see it. You like, it's nothing. That we don't challenge people. Men, specifically black men, we don't challenge each other well.
Yeah.
We kind of let things rock. We let things slide. Even microaggressions towards each other, we let slide. We don't really check each other.
Nope.
So that's that. So yeah.
And I think that's why sometimes like single men especially, they hang around certain groups of friends that they probably should have let go a long time ago. Because they are not holding themselves or their friends accountable.
Yeah, if you're looking around at your friends, if you think your friend's a clown, you're a clown.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times people don't think like, oh, my friend's a clown, my friend's this. If your friend's a clown, you are a clown. If your friend is somebody you think that is questionable, you're questionable.
Yeah. But I think that's why like a lot of people be like, oh, you get in a relationship and you start acting different. It's like, sometimes
you should,
yeah. And sometimes it's because that person is coming into your life and they're seeing what's happening and they like,
I don't like this.
Why are you doing this? Like, why are they doing that to you? Or like they say that about what was it, Michael Orr from the Blind Side movie, because he's married to a black woman, and he just realized he was in a conservatorship, and they was like, it's because she came into his life, and she was like, what's this? Why have you not questioned this? Have you not read this paperwork? And he never challenged it all this time. And so sometimes, yes, do it seem like the woman is like the villain coming in, but it's, a lot of times it's them wanting better for you.
I think a lot of times, if we're not careful as men, we can make the woman look like the villain, because a lot of times she's fighting for the obvious or what she sees, and we say like, oh no, it's not like that. But a lot of times it is like that, and we're just lying to ourselves. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times women can come out as the villain because they're challenging the status quo.
Right.
They shake shit up, and then when they shake it up, we just kind of be like, oh, because women force us to act as men, and when they force us to act, we always want to kind of get defensive. We get a little butthurt about it.
Yeah. So I like.
I was that year, so yeah.
Because y'all do, and it's like sometimes you then have to have that real conversation. Like, look, if we're gonna be in this relationship, you have to be willing to hear what I have to say. You have to be willing to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to have these conversations without you being so stuck in your ways or getting super defensive or trying to turn it on me, because that's not going to help us prosper. Now, do I agree that sometimes the way that women go about it can trigger men and make them defensive? Yes.
Yeah. We get defensive. I think men get defensive a lot easier than women do.
That's what I was about to say.
I think our defensiveness is coming from, like, I know a lot of times it's a trauma response because we feel as though, like, somebody's going to get us. A lot of you have to realize, unfortunately, it's hard to realize, like, okay, instead of being defensive, what if I leaned in and just kind of leaned into this moment and listened to, like, what she may have to say and see if it can get better. Yeah. A lot of times when you're defending, you actually only fighting yourself, because that person that's your partner or significant other might be like, you don't have to defend yourself against me. I'm just here to help. Yeah. And I'm here for us to be better. So once you realize that, it gets better. But I think naturally, it's embarrassing. A lot of times men get defensive because we embarrassed. It's
like, dang, I've been letting that slide.
Nah, yeah. When you let stuff slide, you let yourself go, you're not holding yourself accountable, it's damn near embarrassing. So you just kind of get defensive. That's the best I can do, is get defensive. Yeah. So, yeah.
But I think it's a practice of trust, because it's like, if you don't think your partner is doing things or telling you things that are for your betterment, right, then you probably don't trust them.
I think it is a practice of trust, but I don't think I would jump to trust so easily. True. In terms of saying, "Oh no, I don't trust you." No, it's not just trust. And ultimately, I think you're still ciphering it all out and saying, "No, it's trust at the bottom." You're right, but I don't think it's basically trust for us. I think for us, it's just like,
you've never been challenged.
We've never been challenged, or we don't feel safe. There's not a lot of places for black men to feel safe in this world, and I think a lot of times y'all get more opportunities to feel safe, and we get very few opportunities to feel safe, and it becomes unnormal. So for us to normalize ourselves to the safety of a woman or a safety of a relationship or a spouse or whatever, it's sometimes a foreign art, and we really can't deal. Yeah. So it takes a while, but we gotta. I guess you guys gotta stop making excuses for us, and we gotta.
And I mean, that's why couples therapy exists. That's why, like, I feel like if you really want to be with this person, it's never too soon for couples therapy. Nah. Like, I think a lot of people only go to couples therapy when they, like, want to get married or they're already married. Sometimes I'm like, no, some of these co-parents need to go to therapy. Some just people dating, boyfriend, girlfriend, they could probably benefit from couples therapy. I think a lot more people could benefit from couples therapy. I think the hard part is may not be covered by insurance.
Have you done couples therapy yet?
Not yet, no. We've talked about it, but...
That'd be a good podcast. We can just let you record it.
Yeah, we've discussed it. And
have you challenged? You feel as though you challenge your partner to grow?
Yeah.
And do you feel as though you get resistant?
Oh yeah.
I've given resistance. I've challenged my partner to grow. She don't give me resistance. And sometimes when you're defensive and then you don't get the resistance, you don't know what to do. It throws you off. It messes up your whole dichotomy of what you're like. Shit. Oh, you okay with that? Yeah.
Yeah. I think the hard part too about someone challenging you to grow is when you don't have as much self-worth, it's easier for you to just always be like, okay, I'm wrong, and like take it.
Damn, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, instead of like it being a team effort, collaboration of like, this is how we can grow.
Or we make women feel crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're saying by I'm wrong. Yeah. And we make women feel crazy because she's like, it look like a duck. It quack like a duck. is yellow, the beak is red, but you telling me it's not a duck.
Right.
So therefore, they're like, you making me feel crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what women say. I think the one thing women say all the time, even fights, fussing, all that kind of stuff, you making me look crazy. That's the one thing. Embarrassment and looking crazy is very important. Yeah. If you want to keep yourself in a long-term relationship, don't let her look crazy. It's helpful. Embarrassing, if you don't embarrass her or make it look crazy, you can do some egregious shit. But if she look embarrassed or she look crazy, she gonna go. She's not.
Yeah, we're so much more likely to like work through it with you and forgive.
If they don't. But
once
crazy.
You make me look crazy.
Have you ever been made to look crazy?
Probably. Yes, I have. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Would you say some things you accepted early on in your relationship you wouldn't accept now?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, damn. And that's another thing, man. When they grow on your ass, baby, you like shit. They grew. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like you can't get away with that.
Oh
shit.
Man, they don't be on my bullshit no more.
Nope.
It changes. Y'all grow on us in terms of like y'all grow on us, but literally y'all grow and we like do not compute. Like we wasn't ready for the growth.
Yeah.
And then we go back to do the same bullshit, but it's like, oh, I can't go do the same thing I was doing because she grew, and she's not gonna take that now. And then that's a whole nother getting used to. Is like, oh, maybe I should grow too.
Yeah, but that's why. And now this might be the wrong terminology for it, but I think sometimes when people have so much self-confidence and so much self-esteem, a lot of and they be looking bad, and they be like, why are they single? I think it's because they don't accept any bullshit. I think you gotta accept a little bit of bullshit.
I think your bullshit meter out of 10, you gotta accept at least a 5 of bullshit.
Yeah, because no
50-50.
one's perfect.
Yeah,
but I think it'd be like, dang, she bad. Why is she single? It's like because they don't accept the nearest level of bullshit.
But that's the overcorrecting we've done as a generation.
That's what I think.
In terms of we accept nothing of people, but everybody got to accept something of somebody.
Yeah, we're all imperfect.
That's the overcorrecting because everybody ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. But yeah, we don't accept nothing of people. And I think that's why a lot of people are single because our expectations are too damn high. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Your expectations for others are too damn high. Yeah. And it starts at the dating. Like we date as if you're going out with the president or the Queen of England. Like, you know, it's wild.
Or date like we all like celebrities. Like
like stop it.
We're not. Sorry.
I know. We're not going to Salt Bay's restaurant. No, we're going to Olive Garden.
We'll be at Salt Bay's restaurant for our 10-year anniversary.
Right. We're going to
we will get there eventually.
We are going to the Italian restaurant down the street from your house.
Yeah. No. But that's like one of the reasons why I never agree with people being like, oh, I shouldn't have to tell him to buy me flowers, blah, blah. It's
you should, because he needs to know how you like to be loved.
Right. Everybody don't like flowers. Like, believe it or not, everybody don't.
My wife just started liking flowers. And this is year whatever of our marriage or our relationship.
I didn't like them when I was younger, but I think that was part of me trying to reject
it's grown woman shit.
Things that were supposed to be feminine. But
you wanted to be a boy?
No, more unlearning.
Talk about it.
I think for me, because I was a tomboy, it was a little bit confusing. When you saw things that were super girly, I rejected them. So I hated the color pink. I hated Barbies. I refused to do anything too girly because I didn't understand that I could be a tomboy basically, and that doesn't take away from me being a woman.
Intimacy.
So,
listen.
You in this music today. So I think just recently it took me challenging that thinking a little bit. Why do I go so hard to not wear girls? So I'm not supposed to like those kinds of things.
So was this your theme song though?
I do love it. And Sierra kind of did a little bit better.
Yes, I ain't gonna say what I feel about that. I think Sierra's a good performer too. I think she's
performer. Yeah.
She's Mr. Prime.
She what?
Mr. Prime.
Oh yeah. I think now she's trying to grasp onto anything, and it's not working.
It's hard. Your husband's a billionaire. Relax.
And if you want to do music because it's fun, do that. But trying to get these collabs to make a hit, it's not going to happen. Bro.
It's sad. But she's a gorgeous woman. Shout out to Sierra.
And talented.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I don't know if we exhausted all the topic. I'm trying to think anything. What else you got? But that thing about men, the last thing we talked about was nuts.
Yeah.
Because we are very defensive, and we don't.
That's why I'm I think
we don't grow without a push, unfortunately.
I always wonder for men, what is the point that you finally let the guard down and become vulnerable? I think some men don't do it until they're actually engaged. which I think is a little sad. I feel like it should happen before that.
Vulnerable in what way?
Vulnerable enough to be willing to grow, like to be willing to be challenged, to put in the effort to be vulnerable, to do all of those things.
I think it's unlearning first and foremost for us, but I think it's a ever growing or ever.
It's an exploration.
Yeah, it's exploration.
Always going through.
But I think after going through so much with somebody, you start to just kind of say, you know what, it's not even worth lying or worth putting up this facade. I might as well give her all of me.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to do because.
Wasn't that when y'all was already engaged?
Yeah, but that's it was after marriage, actually.
See, I feel like we be trying to get there before engagements because I feel like we would feel like better, we would feel more sure about going into it. So
you want a man to be like his most vulnerable. You want him to be more vulnerable before you get into something deep. You feel as though.
But I think y'all don't do it until you already deep in.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the only time I've seen men do it is like engagement, marriage, or if the girl left. Like when they finally realize she out, then they like, when she leave, they realize.
Listen, I found all my words.
Right.
This is what I need to do.
I can communicate now.
Forget Chat GPT. Here it is. These are my thoughts and opinions. These are my emotions.
Then they finally find it. And
I can express everything.
It's sad that it takes those things. And I think even for the generation before us, so many of them didn't get there until after marriage. And it's
some of them never got there.
Or never got there.
Because I can see some wound up men out here. Same. These niggas wound up.
And it's sad. It's like y'all deserve to get there sooner because I think life is so much more enjoyable when you already get there and like you really have a partner that you can really, really rely on and build on, and then it's easier to then create that for your children because your children, they kind of are born trusting you, but you have to keep that trust because you can lose that trust.
And once your woman gives you a heart, I think you feel invincible, and you feel as though nothing else matters. At least I felt like that. Yeah. And once a woman
then it's really like y'all against the world. That's how I feel.
Sometimes I don't think a lot of men that act crazy have ever really been in love. Yeah. Because if you're really in love with somebody, some things you will omit to do.
Yeah, agree.
You won't do because you felt that love. I equate it to the same love I have for God. Like once you experience God, not just went to church or do the things or the performative actions, but once you experience something, it's hard to deny its presence. So it's kind of like, damn, I'm hooked.
That it'd be like divorced men on these dating shows. Like, I realized what I lost. I realized what I
they trying to get
now they just trying
to get the whole thing.
They trying to find it again. It's like, if only you didn't fuck up before. Like
a lot of times people divorce and go back.
Realize what you have. Oh yeah, they definitely try to. Do that.
That's the safest bet. Double back.
So yeah, it's just sad because I wish men got there sooner. But everyone has their
double
journey.
back.
Yeah, I think most men try.
Double back.
Try to double back.
Please. Yeah. Anyway, I don't got nothing. That was pretty good. I don't know what else to talk about. I don't want to like push the pod, you know.
Yeah, I think that's all I got for today.
Let me go out for this. This is Syd's theme song. So if you out there and you hearing us, and you had the same problem as Syd, you used to want to be a boy. Hold on.
How you get that from that?
Did you want to be a boy?
No.
You trans? You want to be trans?
No.
Hold on. Women can't be trans. Men can be trans.
Yes, women can be trans. You can be.
Oh, you can be trans.
Man.
And you should be a woman. I think being a woman is more flyer. Being a man is cool. A man is cool because our responsibility. I don't want to be a woman, but
they're not doing it because it's cool.
You're doing it because you have to.
They feel like they feel like that's who they are.
Oh, I'm not talking about the trans. Ooh, cut that. I'm not talking about them.
Okay.
I'm talking about just like being a woman seems cool.
Why?
Women exude power, radiance, and energy. Like a woman's energy, a black woman's energy is like none other. Men can be in a room, and if a woman walks in, literally they can stop the room and literally say nothing. They can literally just come in, sit in the corner, every man will stop and just be like,
I don't think I have that power. I think it's easier to be a man.
I think you do. If it's if you come in there, if it's a group full of men, and you come and sit down, all the men gonna be like, "Oh, she in here now? because it's a woman. It's a woman's energy. A man can walk in, they be like, psh, like you'll get that. You just be in the corner, be like, what you doing there? It's not the same. Like, oh, reverence him. No, women are reverenced everywhere they go. Women are reverenced and then thought of in high regard everywhere they go.
I disagree, but it's okay.
You don't believe when defend your point, sis. Dirk.
I think we're the most disrespected and neglected.
All right, tell me when have you saw it?
All the time. What you mean? They be disrespecting women every day.
Who?
Niggas.
Is any of the black men you know in your media circle now, you've seen them disrespect a woman?
Yes.
Who? Name them.
No.
Are they still your friend? How can they be? Says a lot about you, sis.
Someone has said that before, yeah.
So you deal with niggas that ain't shit. I
got a couple of friends that ain't
friends
shit.
with men that ain't shit. So that's more so about you. That ain't them.
How is it not about both of them?
Disconnect.
But it's about them too. They still a nigga.
But you
like
can't fix
even
them.
if I'm not their friend, they still gonna be not shit.
Right, but they don't gotta be your friend.
Okay, but they still not shit. The point is that
So
they be not shit and they still be disrespecting.
You put up with it.
No, I told them that they wrong.
And you distance
and
yourself.
I hope that they will change. And I do distance myself.
They're not your friends. If somebody don't align with your morals and values, they ain't your friend.
But we're getting away from the point that they disrespecting women.
But they did. It's in them.
Okay, so you're saying that your initial point was that I didn't know nobody that disrespect women. I'm telling you that I do.
I know what you're saying, semantics. But I don't think you should be letting them just get that shit off.
I agree. But we're taking away from the point that they still, whether I'm their friend or not, they still going to disrespect women. That's my whole point.
Okay. But I still think you shouldn't be friend people like that.
Agreed. I've questioned my friendships with them. Absolutely.
Cut it off.
I'm not taking, okay.
Cut it off.
And they still going to be not shit. That's my point.
That's not your problem. You ain't supposed to fix it.
I didn't say it was, but my whole point was niggas, we are the most disrespected because niggas, all men, disrespect us. That was my point.
Okay. We'll leave it there.
All right.
But this is Jon. Bust down Johnny. Got the chain on. This costs about. We out. Are you laughing at my chain?
Sorry. How much did it cost?
It's a bust down.
Who has called chains bust downs?
What's the bust down to watch?
I thought a bust down was a.
No, you get the bust down rolly.
Oh, I guess a watch. Yeah.
Yeah, this costs.
Okay. It's bust down.
Bust down. Like, but it's reversible. It's a reversible bust down.
Yeah.
You ever had
That's
one of these?
popping.
It's hot.
It is.
Look at me in the camera like that.
It's sparkling on them.
This is how you know the pod. We have money.
Yeah,
man.
money.
Yeah, money. We should. Yo, if you a podcast,
Kubrick zirconia.
Again, if you a podcast and you out there and you ain't getting money like us,
Right.
Right?
Period.
I got Syd with me.
Yeah.
We got Mel, he ain't even here. We got Maul, he not even here.
Right.
My dog's gonna get you. This for all the dogs right here. Bars. You know what I mean? You don't want me to. I'm stuttering. You don't want me to spit a sweet 16 on you.
Sure don't.
Ooh, I said sweet. That'll make it hard. You know. All right. We out. We appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. Unsolicited views. We out. Peace. Oh, that don't make it tough, do it. I should have kept that part out.
Oh my God.